Tawny, just read that headline again.
Hold on. Let me get back to it. Where did it go? Because it was
sorry.
TMZ. It's okay. And it was Tucker Carlson storms out of J.D. Vance's office as Trump attacks. I think he stormed as attacks continue. So has Trump been attacking Tucker Carlson today?
Tucker Carlson has basically, like, ever since the whole, like, Trump Jesus photo, AI photo moment that he put on Truth Social, Tucker Carlson has basically been speaking out totally against Trump now. So there's
Tucker Carlson's son reportedly left his job at the Trump administration amid the ongoing feud between the president and the conservative commentator over the Iran war.
Oh, that makes total sense. Yeah.
I didn't even know Tucker Carlson's son was working in the government. Is that awful?
I didn't know he had a son.
Yeah. I didn't know he was straight.
Fair. I knew he had demons.
All of the above. All of the above.
Scrolling through my feed, all I see is bullshit. Fake news, clickbait, gotta sift through all of it. Oh. Like share, retweet, trying to keep up with the trends, but it's all just a facade, man, it's all pretend. Online bullshit, that's all it is. You say you're living large, but I know it's just a myth. Online bullshit, can't you see? We're all caught up in the nonsense, it's time to break free.
I know he got attacked by demons.
Yes, really?
He claimed he did. He did like a whole video where he's like, I woke up covered in scratches. I'm like, okay.
Because he's very smart. He's very bright. And he's very well spoken. I'll give that to him. But like every once in a while
I hate when we have to say that about men.
I know. But he's like the smartest they got. But every once in a while, the fucking MAGA crazy bubbles up.
Interesting. It is really interesting to see them all.
The infighting?
Just kind of, flip-flop and fight and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to imagine that ever would have happened, being as they're all such stable personalities.
That's true. I know.
Who are not selfish or self-centered at all.
I thought that they
not
had
even a little
at
bit.
least taken like a class on PR. You know, like, I know they're not taking classes, and I know I sound stupid, but I thought they knew something.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean,
think they'd
too.
have enough media. Yeah. No, you'd think they'd have enough media training.
Yeah. And
but that's like, how entitled they are. They think they're so high above it that no matter what they do, it can't come off bad.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It just can't.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
I'm sorry. I'm eating.
Welcome. Yeah, don't do that. It makes some people really upset.
But what are you eating, though? Do tell us what it is.
Grapes.
Oh,
Grapes.
Okay. Did you cut them in half in case you choke?
Is that what you're supposed to do?
For kids, yes. For like ever.
He should do
Thank
that.
you, Tawny.
He should do that because he was choking.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, grapes are like that. The grapes are like that scary parent food that you continue cutting. Yeah, you keep cutting them up until they're like 22.
I guess that makes sense, though, because kids are stupid, and so they'll be like, they'll just pop it all in their mouth, and it's a grape. It's big.
Yeah, you shove the whole thing
and
in.
it explodes when
There's
you
so
bite
much.
It. Like a pop rock.
Like
grapes, nature's pop rocks.
Like a gusher.
Yeah, nature's gushers. That's what they called me.
Yeah.
I'm a gusher.
I love that you said it and then we're like, oh, fuck. Like you wanted to pull it back in your mouth.
I couldn't help it.
It was already
Welcome to online bullshit, everybody.
Welcome to online bullshit, everyone.
We didn't even say hi yet.
We have a guest today.
We do.
Tawny. Well, we could just say this is online bullshit X haters.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because all of us are here. And
the gang's all
we've
here.
we've already been enjoying. Well, how do you feel, Tawny? Are you enjoying what's going on with Alex Cooper versus Alix Earle discourse?
So here's the thing. You know that I famously never know who the fuck anyone is. And
so we're going to start with,
Yeah.
I do know who these women are. I'm not going to be like, I have no idea who one of the most famous fucking women of the world is. But I don't pay them any attention. Call Her Daddy's just never been for me. I think I'm a little bit too old, maybe. I think I tried to give an episode a listen back in the day, like when it first started. And to me, it gave women who are trying to own sexuality to take it back, but they're actually just feeding the misogynistic machine. Like they don't realize that they're leaning right into exactly what men want because they thought they were kind of owning it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it's a very like 90s version of like, stripper empowerment or, like it's so empowering to be like a woman who's slutty on, and it was just like, no, it's just an excuse to like keep women where you want them by just gaslighting them into telling them that they're empowered. If they do that to their titties. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. And I noticed how many, if they do the shimmy.
Yeah.
I noticed how many like basic drunk white dudes I knew that listened to Call Her Daddy. And I was like,
that's what I was wondering.
I was like, okay. Men are listening to this because they think they're getting like the inside scoop into women. And I fear what actually happened is men just learned new ways to manipulate women because they're like, well, women want sex too. So now we can just pretend we want X, Y, and Z. And it just perpetuates the whole like dishonest hookup culture.
Yeah. It's just like the free love in the 1960s. And I've talked about this before, but it's the idea. It's like, oh, now women can have sex freely. Like, no, now women have to have sex whenever you want it. That's not free love. That's just worse than it was.
Wow.
Katie's face.
So back before that, Nathan, were women able to say no? Like what was going on?
No, I will say this. Women did have some sort of like societal power, and not saying that it's great in like, maintaining their female prerogative of like virginity and purity. At least they could say he took it like, at least they had something where they could have a reason to like, to say no, like at a time when you needed a reason. But when like, the 60s came along and free love, it's like you no longer even had like, if you said no, you were a prude, you were a square. So at least before, a woman could just be a prude and a square.
Or worse, that's when they created tease. That's when you fell in the middle and now you're a cock tease. Because if you're not, if you're doing anything that appeals to a man or might accidentally turn him on, but you're not actually interested in sleeping with him, now you're leading him on, you're teasing him, and that's so inappropriate for a woman.
By teasing, they mean showing an elbow.
Right. Openly. Or leaning forward, making him laugh. If you make a man laugh, then you must be in love with him.
You're flirting.
I want to say that, Nathan, when you just showed us your elbow, I got really turned on.
No, I know, and it needs to stop now.
This is stop showing me that elbow. Put it away. Put it away. It's a tease.
I'm shimmying my elbows.
That's why I wore long sleeves, because I know how Katie gets.
I can't imagine what you do if I showed you my ankle.
Girl.
But anyways, we did an episode about Call Her Daddy because the way that they broke up, because it started with Alix Cooper and Sophia Franklin, and then the way that Sophia was not involved anymore, and Alix Cooper then took it in its new direction when she signed with Spotify, and it wasn't even like the same podcast anymore. It was like, hey, we want to go back and look at like what happened there. And so we found out, the story goes that Sophia's boyfriend was the one who was like, hey, you guys deserve to get paid like so much more because you have like the number 3 podcast or something in the world. And Alix Cooper was like, no, we should just take whatever deal Dave is giving us. And Sophia was like, no, you shouldn't. And then there was this discourse of like, Sophia only listens to the man in her life. That's also not empowered, even though he was right. They deserved a lot more money. And then in making the new deal, Alix just cut Sophia out. And then there was this piece of information that Alix was the one who did all the editing. And that like Alix was the one who was making the show what it was. You know?
Yeah.
She just had more of an opportunity to have the story, I'd say. She and Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sophia, I don't know. It's kind of like it sounded to us like Alix thought Sophia was lazy. And so then if you look at how long it took for Sophia to come out with her own podcast, I think it took her a while, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So isn't Sophia the one who like famously came up with Unwell, which is now Alix's like gigantic side brand that she makes tons of merch off of. And now she has like podcasts under the Unwell umbrella. And like she didn't even come up with that.
It like, I feel like Unwell is a bunch of things. It's like a wine brand, a podcast network. You know, it's going to be a fashion company soon, I'm sure. You know?
Well, she is the merch. Like, that's the fashion, is the sweatshirts and pajamas or whatever.
Sorry to all the Unwell lovers, but it is very generic. It's the same type font. It's like slightly rounded, just the big word. It's like, it's the same merch that everybody's doing. Just like
it's really obvious that, because I posted that clip of when Sophia said Unwell on the
when she actually like wrote the email. Yeah.
Yeah, because what happened was, Nathan, Sophia was supposed to go to work on Monday after Coachella, but she like woke up still in Coachella, you know?
And I should be, you know, walking into work. I'm in a car in Palm Springs, living your best across the country. And the email that I sent my manager, well, you're actually going to die right now. Okay. Guys, this is the email I sent. I'm already crying. And I say, I will not be able to make it into work today. I am unwell. That's all I wrote.
That's it.
I didn't put a hi. I didn't say it was from Sophia. I have the email. What? It's the funniest thing.
I will not be coming and say, I am unwell.
I am unwell.
And they laughed about it because it was such an odd way to say. Yeah. And
it's
then,
such like a corporate speak kind of way. It's like, I'm feeling unwell today.
It's like if Gen Z and corporate had a baby. That's what, and that shit's funny. It's
yeah. And so I think that they already had merch with that on it, but then once Sophia wasn't a part of the podcast anymore, it was weird how Unwell became the brand name. You know, I've seen people point this out. Alix Cooper got married to this guy who's like similar to Sophia's boyfriend at the time, works in production. So then Alix Cooper goes, oh, well, since my boyfriend husband knows all about producing, we're going to start a production company. And then we're going to have a podcast network and have people, you know, under the Unwell name. And then I saw like after Call Her Alix, the documentary came out, that Sophia was like, I do think it's crazy that she's using that as her brand name.
I get into the whole Unwell of it all in the book. Obviously, the podcast network called Unwell, the merch still being Unwell, the sports drink, electrolyte drink, some drink being named Unwell. Is it a little bit sometimes shocking, even for me, to see things I've said or jokes I made or stories or whatever being used present day and still not be credited? Like, girlfriend, you couldn't just call it the Call Her Daddy Network or something? Come on.
And it was like, yes, Sophia, tell us. We want to know more. Yeah.
Well, and Sophia is supposed to write a book, right? Sorry.
Yeah,
like,
it's
that's the
come
new
out
thing.
in the fall.
I think it's Sophia's fault, honestly. If she could have sued for the creation of the Unwell brand name and gotten like a cut of the profits. She could have found a good lawyer to like get something out of the fact that she created that name, and she didn't.
Yeah.
So sorry, babe. You know, I don't know what to tell you.
And correct me if this is crazy, but I wonder if there was anything in their original contract, that things that they came up with while they were like working together on Call Her Daddy, that Sophia didn't actually have the rights to. Like, I wonder if it was a matter of one of those where it's like morally, And what Alix did was wrong and fucked up. But technically, perhaps within there's
no legal recourse.
I mean, I don't know that. I don't know anything about their contracts with Spotify, with Barstool, with any of, you know what I mean? Like, who knows?
Well, just to get cut out of the contract that Alix then had with Dave seems crazy. Like, how is there no legal action there?
When I came on your show, there was people who DM me being like, I can't believe she did that to her co-host.
Yeah.
Like,
no, we had a 2-hour conversation. I wish I could release the audio. I feel like it would also just give people so much clarity. I listen to it sometimes to remind myself that I'm not crazy. Her saying, Alix, I refuse to stay at Barstool. I do not want to stay. I don't want to work for Dave Portnoy. I was like, I think Unwell could single-handedly be a bigger brand than Call Her Daddy one day.
So how did that part go down? Because I hate Dave Portnoy with like a burning passion.
Yeah.
So they were under Barstool with Call Her Daddy originally, right?
Yeah.
And then
they tried to say, hey, we want to renegotiate our contract because we know like we're making you a ton of money. And he said, okay, here's what I think it should be. And Alix was just kind of ready to sign it. And Sophia's boyfriend was like, no. And he was like, we should go talk to Wondery so that then you can have some kind of
shop around.
Here's what they want to offer us.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, right?
I know.
Absolutely makes sense. Absolutely.
That makes sense.
No, you need to have like some sort of negotiating leverage. Right. If Dave Portnoy is the only person giving you an offer,
then maybe your worth isn't what you think it is.
Exactly.
So you
take it until you can prove your worth, quote
your
unquote.
value. Yeah, you have to kind of go around and see what your value is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and so then it was COVID, and they kept having meetings like on Dave's roof because social distancing.
They should have pushed him. Sorry.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Call Her Daddy. They became murderers.
Oh my God, the content they would have for years. They could monetize the shit out of it.
The true crime podcast that would be born out of that.
Yeah. By the people who committed the crime.
Right. Yeah. Alix sits down and talks about committing the crime. She just and then I pushed him.
And then she interviews other lady murderers in prison, and it's just like a barn burner of a success.
And she goes, what's your favorite blowjob move? Because that was the other thing I was going to say was if Sophia coined the term unwell, well, I would say that Alix coined the term Gluck Gluck 9000.
I learned that from you guys. So thank you very much. I learned that
and
from
I'm
you
like,
guys.
I guess she couldn't call it the Gluck Gluck 9000 network. You know?
Just a bunch of women walking around with Gluck Gluck sweatshirts and fucking varsity type font.
Yeah, maybe it should have just been called the Gluck Gluck network. But anyways.
I think, go ahead.
Deep Throat Network.
Ooh.
I know.
I'm just putting it out there. It's an option.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was answering your question, Tawny, she just went and made the deal with Dave. And then they signed a new contract. And then Sophia was just out. I don't know how she found out. You know?
Well, no. So Alix went back when they were renegotiating the contract. She went back and said, I will take it. And so obviously Dave Portnoy was like, you know, we can cut Sophia out. I'll just take you since you're like the star as far as he's concerned.
And he loves pitting two women against each other.
I'm sure.
It.
Yeah.
Big fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then he gets to like really rip one apart. And his like sweet spot in life is tearing a woman to shreds publicly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's where he shines. Yeah, he loves
Who
that.
else has he torn apart?
He's attacked quite a few journalists who have like disagreed with him publicly. The journalist that pushed on him about like him saying that women over a size 6 deserve to be raped. He attacked her when that little interview like resurfaced. He like the whole Grace and Brianna chicken fry thing. Like he was pretty gross in the way he talked about Grace. Just recently, a video was put out about Bailey from Summer House because she has like a little street show called It Girl.
Bailey?
Yeah. So she interviews about like fashion or something. She calls it It Girl.
Yeah.
And Dave, I guess, one of his girl podcasts, they changed their name to It Girl. And Bailey was like, what the hell? Like, I've had this show forever. Like, I've had some notable names on here. It's like tough for branding, blah, 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 blah.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
And Dave responded like, who the fuck even is this loser? You don't even exist to me. And you're accusing me of taking your brand. You're like just going in on her. Like, there's just no reason to behave the way that he behaves, especially the way that he talks to women. Like, it's crazy.
I just want these women to get a really good lawyer when they talk to him.
I know.
Because honestly, the shit he said, like they could sue him for everything he has at this point.
There was a girl, we talked about this on Haters with Brianna Chicken Fry. There was a girl named Brooke Almond who came forward because she had gotten an STD from Zach Bryan. And when she came forward with those texts, it also proved that the relationship with Brianna Chicken Fry had overlapped. Like, Zach was cheating on Brianna, essentially. So Dave took to his podcast and like laid into this girl. They doxed her. They told everybody where she worked. They gave all kinds of personal information. A regular girl who hooked up with Zach Bryan that he gave an STD to. She didn't do anything.
He gave her an STD. Like a bad one.
And and she was still talking to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were still texting and they were fine. But then Dave like attacked her and was like, she should kill herself. He was like, I want to strangle her. Like, really like violent, bad shit. Yeah, it's he's really gross.
Sucks.
He's a lot more gross than I think people realize because, and this is what a lot of people have been saying in my comments and DMs. They're like, he donated so much money during COVID and he adopts dogs. Like, okay. So like that cancels out sexual assault. Like, that cancels out rape culture. That do people even understand like what Barstool Sports, what Barstool Sports has done to gambling and has turned it from a hobby to a lifestyle? Like, it has taken gambling into the mainstream and has put it in people's phones, in their fucking pockets. People lose their livelihoods over sports betting. It is a real addiction, and Barstool Sports treats it as if it is just like regular, everyday. I can't stand it. It really like, it gets to me.
It's also, particularly as an addiction, it's the one that leads to like, can lead mostly to like domestic violence and murder.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of true crime stories where the reason a guy kills his wife is for the insurance money because he got crazy gambling debts.
Or even that they kill for money, or they are so hard up and they don't want their wife to find out the lifestyle that they've lived, so that they kill
their family.
Yeah. Like, either way, you know what I mean? Whether they think they're getting money or they're doing it just to hide what they've done. Like, it's, and we can't, like, money is a huge stressor. It's a stressor in relationships. It's a stressor in life. So then when you take that away, or you have a partner who finds out that the family money has been going to, you know, betting on fucking sports, you're like, what? It's no different than finding out your partner's on drugs. It's the same. It's the same like shock. It's the same betrayal. It requires all the same lying and twisting of stories. There's different elements of danger because now you're including, you know, bookies potentially, depending on what kind of betting you're doing. I mean, this has come very close to my life. I'm very passionate about it. And I hate Dave Portnoy.
It's really bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Anyways, let's talk about who Alix Earle is.
Please, because I don't know.
Please tell me.
Well, it's kind of funny how Dave Portnoy winds up with these like hot girls on his podcast network.
That's when his whole thing.
It is like, you can watch podcasts, but I'm always like, you have a face for radio. Why are you hot?
When he launched Barstool, it was a magazine. Like, Dave was a sports writer. And he would pretend that all these journalists were writing for him. And it was actually him writing under different names. He was lying just to get the name, the popular. And when people weren't super interested in the writing, he was like, oh, well, if I put naked women in there, then people are going to pay attention. And thus, that part of Barstool culture was born. He started using very young women and exploit. I mean, that's why he's surrounded by a bunch of young 20-somethings in his company.
Yeah.
You know, that's why his best friend is Brianna fucking Chicken Fry. He does this shit on purpose. And then I guess Alix Earle is one of these girlies.
I think she got
she came up through the ranks.
Tapped by them for a little bit, but she started on TikTok. She was in college at the University of Miami. Mm-hmm. And like, I think she was in a sorority. So she would make videos where she was getting ready for like going to parties. And then it's like, well, her whole content and her whole brand is like that she parties a lot and that she has crazy stories from partying. And then she would need to put on her makeup because she had bad acne. She had bad acne. Yeah. She was always like going through a journey of like how she was either going to cover up her acne that day or how she was like treating it so that eventually it would go away. And you see her now, she does not have acne. She has succeeded in that field. But I remember.
Was she able to cure it before she became rich, or did she become rich and then her money was able to cure the acne? Is that a bad question?
Here's the thing. I think she's just always been rich.
Like, does she come from money?
Family. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah. I always forget that that's a possibility because it's just not for me, you know?
Yeah.
But I can see how with that she became successful because she is like, I guess what I'm getting is that like she was kind of a hot girl, but she had this thing that she was dealing with that a lot of other women do.
Very
so it's
vulnerable.
Like, oh, she's hot, but also like she's got this issue that makes her insecure. I mean, catnip.
Sorry, but I'm just taking a moment right now for my skin. As someone who comes from a history of skin like this, and this was my skin like 2-3 weeks ago, I always get really panicked when I break out and I think that like I'm never going to be able to get my skin clear again. And I found for me, finding my routine, sticking to it, I always kind of thought like when my skin was breaking out that I needed to like put a bunch of actives on it, just like strip it down. And I've actually been doing more like moisturizing, healing, nourishing, while still making sure I'm sticking to a routine that's not going to have any like pore clogging ingredients. But like this is major for me. So I'm having a moment right now. If you also have very acne prone skin, this is your sign to not give up on it.
And who can't relate to skin issues? Like I can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's not a single person who hasn't had some kind of blemish or something that they felt like was the end of the world, let alone if you have reoccurring acne. That has to be so difficult. So,
I couldn't imagine.
I get it. I get how the content took off.
Yeah. So like when Drew Barrymore started her makeup brand, I don't know if you remember that because then it didn't really last very
What the
long.
fuck is Drew Barrymore doing with a makeup brand? We'll answer that question later, but seriously.
She had one. I didn't know.
Yeah. But I remember she was like trying to get into like making like Instagram videos and doing get ready with me's because those were becoming popular. And one time she like added Alix Earle and was like, would you use these products or something like that? And I was like, who the fuck is Alix Earle? And so then that's how I discovered who she was because of that. Yeah. And then she started to blow up. And there is this timeline where in August of 2023, Alex Cooper, that's when she launched the Unwell Network. And she signed Alix Earle. So Alix Earle was, I'd say, just out of college, so young. And she made TikTok videos. And I think Alex Cooper, I mean, like, two pretty girls, right? It goes with her network, her brand.
Yeah, but like I looking in a mirror.
She was like, well, I'm the older Alex. I'm the Alex that's in charge. And whatever she fucking learned from Dave Portnoy, you know, I think it was like I exploit my 22-year-old people that I get to work for my network.
Yeah.
That's what the rumor is that maybe the deal wasn't very good. And Alix Earle did have a ton of TikTok followers, so she's quickly like surpassing Alex Cooper. And then I was just going to play this clip from The Toast. It's about how, like, here's what we think happened and why they're feuding.
Okay.
I'm going to play this clip and then we can watch the video where Alex Cooper calls out Alix Earle too, because we haven't talked about that. Ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I think happened. And I feel like I'm right. Alix Earle blows up. It's sort of obvious that one of the next things she should do is go and call her daddy. Alex Cooper never calls. Alex Cooper is obviously threatened by this younger version of her. They're both named Alix. They're both involved in Barstool. Like, Alex was one of those.
People who don't know the saga, they can't tell them apart.
Exactly. They're the same version of each other. And Alex Cooper worked hard to get to where she is. And she sees this young, and she's not just going to platform her without getting something in return. She's not just the type of woman who supports other women like that. I think that's become pretty clear, right? Like, she platforms them so she can benefit from it. Alex Cooper has her on, but only to announce that Alix Earle now has a show on Unwell, and she's going to be going to the Unwell event. So it's like, yeah, I'll prop you up in benefit of myself and my company as well. I think Alix Earle and her had a lot of the same team members. Like we talked about, publicist agent who encouraged her to do this. Her dad wasn't managing her at the time.
I think also Alix Earle was a fan of Call Her Daddy. So she was like, very excited to be a part of this.
I think the process of filming their episode together was negative for Alix for a couple of reasons. She was in this deal. She gave it her all. She did like 1 or 2 events. Alix Earle starts getting bigger, eclipsing Alex Cooper. Doesn't make sense that she's on this network. Alex Cooper's like, I'm the big dog. No, I'm the big dog. Come to my event. Come to my brand. The publicists, it's getting weird. It's all ego vibes. Alix Earle, I think, also didn't enjoy doing her podcast. So she's hating it. She's hating the company. She doesn't want to post for Alex Cooper's this anymore. And so it gets more and more contentious. I think they come to an agreement that Alix Earle can stop doing her podcast as they're coming up with a plan for how to announce it, how to sunset it. Alex Cooper takes control of the narrative, releases a statement. Unwell has dropped Alix Earle. Nobody believes it because of all the Unwell shows. That's probably the last one you would cancel. That, I think, is where Alix Earle decided she really hated Alex Cooper.
Makes sense.
She's intense.
She is. She's bad news too. But her whole family is bad news. I don't think her mom can even go to Europe. But
oh my God. Does she come from a terrorist family?
Yes, that's for a different day. So present moment though. So that's like what just happened, right? And Alex Cooper like made a public statement, and then there was like a video of Alix Earle's friend showing her Alex Cooper's statement, and then it was like
that happened a long time ago.
Oh, that's old.
That podcast stuff.
Oh, okay, okay. I got what you're saying. Okay. So it's just what has been simmering?
So
then?
In 2025, fans noticed that Alix skipped Unwell's Super Bowl party. Then a few days later, like the same month, Variety reports that Unwell has dropped Alix's Hot Mess podcast. So like Claudia was just saying, she thought maybe they had come to some kind of agreement behind the scenes about how it didn't make sense for her to be on that network anymore. But then Alex Cooper did what Alex Cooper does, and she got to the news first. And so she made it look like they didn't really part ways amicably, almost like they were like, we're disappointed in your numbers, so we're just going to get rid of you, but you can keep your podcast IP. So we never knew what happened since February 2025. And we've all wondered if there's a feud. And every once in a while, someone makes a post about how Alex Cooper fucking sucks. And Alix Earle will like it or like repost it just because she's like shady. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I just tell you in terms of what this woman Claudia said? Because I do feel like she's like on the wrong track in terms of like Alex. To say that Alex Cooper is showing that she doesn't support women because she wanted to get Alix Earle's content on her network as a business deal. I'm like, there's no room for like.
I think we think she doesn't support women because of what she did to Sophia.
Oh, okay. I thought she was talking specifically about like, because it sounds like she's talking, she wanted to have a business relationship with this other woman, so therefore she doesn't support women. It was weird to me that she would put it in this context. Yeah.
No, she's like, sure, you have this brand, but she's kind of walking the Dave Portnoy, like, I don't know, the outline, the way that Dave Portnoy operates. That's how Alix is operating her new podcast network. So she's hiring young people that she can take advantage of. That's what people think. And we also just kind of know the way that Alix operates. You know, if she's going to partner with someone else, it's like also to boost her. Like she's going to make money off these podcasters. She's not just boosting Alix Earle, you know, to be nice. That's all. It's just like, but I know, but that's like
that's the point of her having a business relationship. Where I think Alex Cooper gets shitty is when she tries to head off Alix Earle's who tries to control the narrative and just drops Alix Earle's podcast and does an announcement before Alix Earle even knows. Like, that's that's shitty business and that's shitty friendship. So I get it.
And what is the truth about Alix Earle's like podcast numbers? Like, do we actually know how her show was doing when all this went down?
Mm-hmm.
Because that in itself, do you know what I mean? Like, that is an interesting conversation because Alix Earle can be extremely popular, but that doesn't mean that her downloads...
That it translates to a podcast.
We know that. Like, we know how this shit works. So...
But also, I think that...
Not that I don't believe that Alex Cooper could be jealous. I'm not like, I'm not Alex Cooper, you know? Yeah,
well, the way that podcasting started to blow up and it was like, yeah, we're going to offer you a podcast. Well, Alix Earle's format is to just like monologue by herself, you know? It doesn't sound like she has a lot of guests or anything or anyone to talk to. She doesn't talk to anybody.
Well, it's a very it's such popular layout, but especially with, I feel like for that genre, like for the like Gen Z-ish, because I mean, that's even what Brianna Chicken Fry does. And like, there's a bunch of them. And I mean, it's all interesting, right? Because I think we're so old in a sense that it's like to watch these young women build entire careers off of being drunks and the crazy stories that they can tell from being drunk. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like, I'm over here thanking God that this shit didn't exist in my 20s. Yeah. Because I would have already been canceled long before I wanted to even have a podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's just very interesting. And again, when it's connected to Barstool, even though it's been now become its own thing, there is, like I said in the beginning, there's this sense of what Alix Cooper does under the guise of feminism is actually just feeding a bigger misogynistic machine because she gathers up these younger women. They talk about partying. They talk about how drunk they're getting. They're talking about these dangerous situations that they're putting themselves in for clicks and giggles. But then what? You know, and then we're seeing the aftermath. We're seeing the Remy Baders. We're seeing what happens when their mental health is so impacted by the engagement that they are getting or not getting from this entire lifestyle that they have built. I mean, some of these women can't even walk down the street and go get a coffee without their phone in their face and them telling you that they're going to get a coffee. And it's like, what are we doing? You know? So it's, and it's just, it's very interesting. And like and then you get to these Alix Earle and Alex Cooper in a fight and everybody knows about it. And then like half the people are like, who even are these women? And the other people are mad that they're pretending that they don't know them. It's like, it's so fascinating.
It's like a stock. Oh, go ahead.
Did you hear that Alix Earle is filming a Netflix reality show?
Oh, make it stop.
Shocked but not surprised.
I guess this is what I was getting at and then didn't say. And I know it's going to sound so bad, but I really just miss a time when talent mattered a little bit. Like, you know, I don't watch Alix Earle, so maybe there's something that I'm missing. And again, I get the content. I get that she like struggled with her skin and that was like vulnerable. And I understand that sometimes you can just be an engaging person who can get people to want to engage with you. But what goes beyond that? Like because even Alix Cooper, I'm sorry, I don't consider her to be a talented interviewer. I don't. No. I've never listened to her, even when she's had people that I would want to listen to, because there's nothing that she does that pushes the envelope or gets me information that I didn't previously know.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
When I was listening to Alix Earle's podcast this week, she was just telling us about how she met a guy and then they went on a really cool helicopter date because he was trying to impress her.
We pull into the airport, and this isn't the regular Miami airport. This is like a small little private airport, and there is a helicopter sitting there with a guy outside, and he was like, we're going on a helicopter ride around Miami for sunset. I feel like I am in 50 Shades of Grey. This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I am used to dates with frat guys where I go out and they forget their cards and I'm the one paying for dinner. Like, I've never seen something like this in my life.
And I was like, these are the kinds of girls that we used to hate on when we were in high school. Like, you want to listen to a podcast by Regina George where she just brags about her life? I was like, I don't want to listen to this. This is ridiculous. And then I'm like, there's something that's changed where like now people just want to watch these popular hot people like live their rich ass lives. She was like, we went in a helicopter and my extensions blew all over the place. I had to go get a brush.
Well, the thing is, it's like, this has been watching popular hot people just live their stupid rich lives. I know, right? Live their stupid rich lives. I mean, that's been since the Kardashians. They invented it, but it's been going on for a long time.
And now anyone can do it.
Crazy to me.
Exactly.
And you don't even have to be rich. You can lie. You can just pretend.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing keeping us from doing what a lot of these people do is like a little bit of morals and like self-awareness. Do you know what I mean?
And shame.
Shame.
Also, we have talent. They don't. So when you have talent, you want to be known for like your work.
Yeah,
and
you don't
how
want to have the lie.
Good you are.
And then have that in your pocket that everybody's like, yeah, but you lied. You don't want to be Dave Portnoy and everybody's like, yeah, but you wrote fake journalists.
Yeah.
Or just walking around showing off your Amex. Like, I don't want to be known for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a very strange time in the world.
I was going to play this video. This is the video that was heard around the world.
25 million.
As I said, there was speculation that there's been a feud because of how Alix Earle shadily likes and reposts things that are about Alex Cooper. So Alex Cooper got sick of that and she came on TikTok and had this to say.
Hey guys. You guys know I don't usually address this kind of stuff because it feels like a waste of time and honestly, it's embarrassing to participate in this. But I am obviously seeing the videos. I'm getting tagged. I see the DMs. I see the comments. So at this point, it just feels long overdue. Alix Earle. Hey, girl. The passive aggressive reposts and the likes and the commenting on things. I got to call you out here. You're going to need to get specific and just say what you got to say about me. There's no NDA. No one is stopping you. Stop hiding behind other people and just say it yourself. What's the beef? Because I'm really tired of waking up and seeing you using this fake drama to distract from other shit going online for you. Not interested. I know what happened, and so do you. So talk. Unless the fake narrative that you're creating happens to be way more interesting than the truth. I have nothing to hide when it comes to you and me. So, unless you actually have something to say, I'm out. This is over. Have a good Monday, everyone.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know. Like, why did she make this video now? Why did she decide to react to it when there's no narrative, out there yet? It's just this sort of like series of actions of Alix Earle's that she's complaining about. Because honestly, like, for me, it was never complain, never explain. That's the tack I would take. And it seems like that's what Alex Cooper usually does. So why this now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what someone said? It was kind of crazy. Was I think Alex Cooper and Alix Earle went to Coachella last weekend. And then I don't know if you know, but that's a huge opportunity to take a lot of pictures for your social media,
It's so fucking annoying.
Apparently, Alex Cooper's nail polish in this video is different than what she had at Coachella. So this one woman on TikTok has this conspiracy theory that she actually filmed this video in like January and has just been holding on to it, waiting for whenever she thinks she should drop it. I think, who the fuck cares? But you asked like, why now? And we don't really know why.
Because also she's like, there's no secrets between us, Alix. You could talk. Well, you could talk too. Like,
exactly.
Why don't you just,
I mean, that would be the point of getting your narrative out there. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You're here with your phone right now. Tell us your side. And then force Alix Earle's hand.
I've heard other people say she thinks that this is how Alix Cooper thinks that this is how she's going to get the upper hand in the story because she's just like, you tell your side.
I had to
Even
go
though
compare.
it kind of doesn't make sense. It's like, well, why don't you tell your side? And she's trying to be like, actually, you being really passive aggressive, that's really stupid. And I don't want to participate. So if you're not going to, she's trying to take the high road in some weird way.
Yeah. Or maybe Cooper's got some receipts.
I wanted to see who had more followers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's still
okay.
So as Alix Cooper I'm only looking at Instagram. Alix Cooper has 6.7, like on her Alix Cooper Instagram, and Alix Earle has 5.6
million, right?
Million. Yeah, million.
Yeah.
5 followers. Alix Earle's followed by Tom Brady.
Some people aren't ready to commit. They're like, I'm only committing 0.6 of the way to following you.
Yeah.
Millions of people. How many
want to see what
daddy?
Alix Earle posted a few days later?
Yes.
Ready?
These girls are so messy.
I know.
So
they're waking her up.
Hey guys. No, I don't usually address this kind of stuff because
is it funny?
It feels like a waste of time and honestly embarrassing to participate in this. Other people, and just say it yourself. What's the beef?
Okay.
Really? Are you okay?
Guys, my fucking friends. Wait, that just went over my whole day.
She just said it made her whole day.
Mm-hmm. You know what I really worry. I do. For all these people. You remember being in high school and just existing in so much drama. Like everything was messy all the time. It just felt for me personally, it just felt like with my friends, it was just constant drama. Like somebody was always talking about somebody, and it's like I participated, and I even moved into my 20s participating in it. And then it was until I started moving away from it that I was like, oh, that's what a lot of my anxiety is. That's what a lot of stress is being around people that I don't trust, or people that talk about me, or people that engage in kind of these low vibrational behaviors that bring drama into my life. And I feel like now people have whole lives where their careers balance
are just this.
Yeah, on them existing in these chaotic, dramatic spaces. And I just worry if you can never what's even real? What's your real life? Where does your real life start and your online life end? It has to be.
The thing is, it's once upon a time, there used to be sort of a development process for a human being. You do this shit in your 20s, but you've got to get a real job. And then, you meet somebody, you settle down, and people become normal. But with these content creators, it's just you're constantly being rewarded for regressing to 21 all the time. What is going to happen to these women in 10, 15 years? Are they going to be doing this shit? It's going to get sad, I think.
It's already pretty It's already pretty sad.
Well, it's already pretty sad.
I was thinking that when I saw Brianna Chicken Fry hanging out with the Summer House girls, I was like, what the fuck? I don't want Brianna Chicken Fry on this show. But I do understand why these people of this same level of celebrity kind of flock to each other, and they're able to ignore each other's own bad behavior because they're like, oh, well, what we're going through is so unique and so hard, and no one can understand what it's like to have the internet attacking you all the time. So it's
try being an influencer for a day. Try it. This isn't for everyone.
It's not easy.
So then they even excuse really shitty things because they're like, no, nobody understands how hard it is to be us. And it's shut the fuck up.
I know. It's just like what those kinds of girls did in high school. That's exactly the same attitude.
It's high school. Social media is high school.
Yeah.
It is. Let's watch what Brianna Chicken Fry had to say. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Alex Cooper just made a TikTok about me saying that she's not a mean girl because we had nice DMs before I found out.
Basically, Brianna Chicken Fried tried to like insert herself and just be like, Team Alix Earle. And then Alex Cooper was like, here are our fucking DMs, Brianna. We never like were mean to each other. Like, we don't have beef. And so then Brianna comes on here and she's like, well, let me tell you what our beef is. Okay.
About this girl. And now the people that are saying this Alex on Alex crime is like a fucking PR stunt, these are the same people that were saying that about Amanda and Wes, that it was an April Fool's prank. Like, please guys, get a brain cell. I work at Barstool. So Dave introduced me to Alex Cooper. I was a fan of Alex Cooper before I knew the wrath of fucking Alex Cooper and what she does to people and how she treats people. I'm friends with Alix Earle. Alix Earle told me everything that transpired between those two 2 years ago at the Super Bowl. She told me everything. It didn't happen between them at the Super Bowl, but that's when she told me everything. You can go time check me. You can go stamp check me. I've said this on BFFs a million times. It's not my story to tell, so I didn't tell it. From what Alix Earle told me, Alex Cooper is a very, very mean person. Or maybe when Dave called me when Alex signed Grace to Unwell and she called Dave and said, I don't give a fuck about Grace. I don't give a fuck about Brianna. All I care about is making money. Yeah, maybe my fucking narrative switched on you after I found things out about you. I used to be a fan. Clearly, I'm not anymore. I'm patiently sitting here and waiting for Alix Earle to come and say her side of the story. And that video that you made, that was deep. That was Mean Girl 101. That was Mean Girl Final Boss video. I don't know what you literally seem like my ex posting my fucking text to him when we were still dating, like my nice messages to him and saying, oh, you think I'm a mean girl? Yeah, that was before I fucking knew anything about you. Oh my God. Alix Earle. I am waiting. I am patiently waiting. Okay, Alex.
Yeah, so everyone's waiting for Alix Earle to say something.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've heard people then be like, if she doesn't say something soon, then I'm like, I'm not going to be interested. And I'm like, really? I think you're going to be interested.
I think they are too.
She does.
But I get it. I mean, I'll forget. I will personally forget.
Yeah.
But
I think at this point, though, if you wait this long, you better be like building anticipation, because if it's not worth the wait, people are going to be pissed. If it is, I think it'll be great for her. But like, this better be fucking a barn burner at this point, probably, for people to justify why you've waited so long.
Two things I thought were funny about Brianna's little video. One, saying, get a brain cell, I work for Barstool. Like, just those two sentences just being backed up against each other.
Yes.
Iconic. Okay, girl.
Yeah.
And to sit there and say, like, I'm Alix Earle's friend. I know everything that went down, and I'm patiently waiting for her to make a statement. Well, if you're her friend, I feel like you wouldn't be fucking doing this, or you would know when she is planning to make said statement. You know what I mean? Like, if you were
they're not really friends.
Right. If you were in some kind of internet beef and I knew what your next move was, I wouldn't get online and be like, I'm patiently waiting for Katie's next move. Like, no. Yeah. I'd be like, well, fucking get them, Katie. You know,
unless they are friends, and this is like, you know, Alix Earle is way smarter than maybe we're giving her credit for, and she's really just really getting setting up a situation where it'll just fucking explode.
Maybe
more
she's
than
trying
it already
to
would.
Just keep edging Alex Cooper until she finally just loses her shit.
Yeah.
Edger. Yeah.
Let's see that climax.
Is that sexual? Is that sexual?
Yeah.
It's all the things.
Edging is sexual.
Yeah. Edging is sexual, though.
That's what I thought. But okay, I do want to play another clip from when I think to announce that she was giving Alix Earle a podcast, Alex Cooper did have her on Call Her Daddy. And this was before Alex Cooper, I guess, totally made the switch over to like not talk about sex anymore. So then some people will like play this and be like, this is when they started not to like each other.
How many nudes have you taken in your life?
I don't know the exact number.
Who knows the number?
Amount.
And then she like goes on to ask her like how many people she slept with and stuff.
You know what the biggest offense here is, though?
Yeah.
Those chairs. What the fuck?
I knew it.
God damn it. So fucking ugly and also uncomfortable.
It's very, you know what it is Alix Cooper's whole thing is trying to like embrace all of that stereotypical millennial vibes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the bright colors and the blow up furniture and, you know.
And the inability to move on from your childhood.
Exactly. The Taylor Swift syndrome
trait for me. Yes, exactly.
I don't know. There was another clip of them like doing their makeup together, and they were trying to make it seem like Earle was rolling her eyes about stuff Alix Cooper was saying. And Alix Cooper was like, you know, like I really wanted to date this guy who was an athlete, but he was just like in the minor leagues. So I was like, I'll come over and you introduce me to your friends.
When I was in college, I remember he messaged like me and like any girl in Boston that had blonde hair, like he would message. So I remember your ex messaged me so often, and like not to be a dick. And this is like me being the most surface level human being. But when you're in college, you're just looking for like the best time and like who can give you a good time. So like if you're not on the actual MLB roster, if you're like down under, like in the minors. If you're down in the minors, like you're literally living in dorm rooms. So like not to be a dick, but like I don't have interest in dating you because you're going through what like the college guys are going through. So anyways, he keeps messaging me, he keeps messaging my friends. And I'm pretty sure like I messaged him back like a few times, but I was always because I wanted to get to his more interesting teammates. And then whenever he would get sent down from the Yankees, I would like stop answering. Then when he would come back up, I'm like, what's up today? And so then finally I remember meeting you and being like, Alix, like I think it's really best that you move on because he's just looking, he's almost like he's obsessed looking for a girlfriend.
I was his like first girlfriend, which I think also was another one of like maybe the big issues. But like I was his first like serious girlfriend in like since high school.
And they're just like, doing their makeup. And Alix Earle was like, and I was like, I don't know. Are these two pretty girls going to talk about what it's like to get men? Or is one of them just going to sound really shallow and the other one's going to be like, you sound fucking shallow, bitch.
Yeah. Have you ever heard Amy Winehouse's song, Fuck Me Pumps?
No.
Oh, these are the women she's talking about in Fuck Me Pumps. Absolutely. You should listen to it. It's good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so this is what's going down. Obviously, Brianna Chicken Fry wants desperately to be a part of it.
And Dave
and
wants
then
to be a
same
part
with
of it
Dave
too.
Portnoy. Yeah.
And Dave wants
Portnoy.
Brianna. I think Brianna is like, Dave thinks Brianna is like his cash cow. I don't know what it is, but there's something he sees in her that he thinks is going to like keep his fucking demented train
Ship
moving
afloat.
forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell you something though about that?
Yeah.
And I know you guys have like a previous sort of relationship with Brianna Chicken Fry. I find her pretty entertaining. I would watch her content.
People do.
Yeah.
I don't get And then you know what it is though too? Like I know all the backstory at this point. So like I can't see past it. But
got it.
I understand people who only get the surface of it. Like I get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
to me, she just looks like a sassy, funny sex bot, and I'm into it.
And I want Nathan to know about how she came out and said that she's a lesbo. She's like, guys, I decided I'm a lesbo now.
The classic coming out story.
Queer baiting's her new thing. So she's really riding the lesbian train. She's like, I'm a lesbian, but to her being a lesbian is wearing like baggy jeans and baggy sweaters. And she's she's like, teach me how to be a lesbo. Like she's always saying it. But then any time that she has like a romantic encounter, people are like, we don't say that word anymore. And she's like, what? I'm a lesbo.
What?
And I'm like, come on, girl. But anytime she talks about like a romantic encounter, she's like, I met a new man. I'm going to see it. Like never a woman, ever. Never interested in a woman. Only dating men. And it's like she's just doing this lesbian thing because she wants to be one of those women who was so fed up with men that she became a lesbian. And it's like, but you're not. You want dick.
She's a mug. It's a lesbian until graduation. She's doing the same thing a college girl does when she wants to be like different and provocative for men in college.
She's a chameleon. She literally will change color whenever the wind blows, wherever the clicks are, the interest is. She's there to try to embrace it. That's exact. And it's unfortunate. Like I said, from a business standpoint, of course I get it. And I get like people who watch it and engage with it. But then on the other side, I look at people like her and I'm like, oof, it's going to be a weird fall from grace, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very strange. I hope they all get good therapists. For anyone, I worry for like a lot of these people.
Yeah.
a lot of these people who came up on the backs of like TikTok trend videos and just lip syncing songs. And I'm not talking about the people who have been grinding. Do you know what I mean? Who have created content and made shows and like actually like created art, or the musicians who, you know, climb up on TikTok. I'm talking about people who were doing a trending sound and somebody was like, that girl's hot, give her a podcast. And then somehow she's been able to ride that. I worry about those people, you know?
That's like Haktua.
Also, I was just thinking, I'm like, is these like the Haktua girls, but they've like cloned themselves or like separated, like meiosis? Because they all look the same, literally exactly the same. It's a little disturbing. And the thing is, it's not like Mar-a-Lago face the same. I'm like, they're all just made out of the same factory in the basement of Barstool Sports, you know?
I saw a commercial the other day for like a makeup brand, and I don't know who it was. Like, I know it was a well-known actress, but I can't place them because I'm like, everybody looks the same. Like, I don't know what's going on. And like, I was always one of those kids, like peer pressure does not work on me. Like it's typically the opposite. Like if everyone is going towards something, I'm usually going the other way. Cause I'm like, there must be something weird about that. You guys are fucking weird. And that's always been kind of like a gift and a curse for me. So like the online stuff, like of course there's stuff that I get attracted to and I fall into, but like the trend and stuff, it doesn't make sense to me. Like even I saw a clip of the Giggly Squad and they were like, and it's just so hard because you're scrolling by and you're seeing all these faces filled with Botox and you're like, I need that. And I'm like, I've never experienced that feeling. Like that just doesn't happen for me. I've never been scrolling through Instagram and been like, I gotta have that body. Like I shit on myself. Like I want to change my body, but I'm never looking at somebody else like, I gotta have that. I gotta look like that. So it's like, I don't get it. I don't relate to it. I know that it's a real thing, but I can't relate to it. But it does scare me because I'm like, that sucks. That sucks if someone is scrolling and then they're so like inspired to change themselves. And not always for the positive.
Clavicular. That's what I think clavicular is too.
Oh my God, he's so scary.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, you guys, I have to get to my Botox appointment. So I was hoping we could wrap this up soon because I'm going to get a lot of filler and Botox, and you're not going to recognize me.
That's good because I have to get to my threading appointment. So you know, I'm going to get a little nip and tuck. Yeah,
I'm doing a whole face replacement.
Whoa!
I was going to do that
just
too.
like
I love it.
Face Off with Nicolas Cage.
I'm just going to get a whole
or like that
face.
lady who got mauled by a dog.
I'm going to change my face to Alix Earle's, and then I'm going to make a statement like I'm her. And I'm going to get the internet all riled up.
That's actually a really
business
good
plan.
idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, I got to go have surgery then, and then I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you back here next week.
I'm in Tawny's kind of situation where it's like, I have toxic ideals for myself, you know, and my body, but it's like scrolling through, like, it's like, I don't feel any need to be like this sort of steroided, jacked, you know.
You don't want to smash your face with hammers?
Yeah, well, no, I do that because that's just therapeutic. I mean, people don't understand. But yeah. It's like DBT. It's like, I don't self-harm. This just makes me feel things.
Yeah, it's actually
and I remember I'm a human. Yeah.
What a strange world.
Should we talk about what we hope happens
to the Alixes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's something here that kind of mirrors the Summer House and West and Amanda stuff where people they take every opportunity to shit on a woman. It's just really interesting because we still don't know what happened between them. But then we have like people coming out of the woodwork to tell their story about working with Alex Cooper, you know?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Can I tell you though, at least from because I know nothing as usual about except what you have just shown me. And I gotta say, I'm on Alex Cooper's side.
Why?
Why should I? No, tell me why I shouldn't be. Tell me why I shouldn't be. Because she just seems like the most adult in the room. She's like, bitch, you got something to say? Say it. I respect that. You know?
Yeah, I guess I wonder if her whole, like, I wonder if the whole time that she had Alix Earle working with her on her podcast network or whatever, she did resent her and was like a little mommy dearest, about it. Like, was just like, well, you're the young hot one. I'm going to ruin your life, bitch. And then she ousted her from the network and tried to be the one in charge of like what the storyline was. And that's kind of like her whole MO,
Mm-hmm.
And so
she uses the power dynamic to come out on top.
I think it can be true both ways too, right? Because like, why is Alix Earle liking these posts? Like, yeah, if you have a problem, just go tell her you have a problem.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, Alex Cooper, like, you have 6.7 million followers. You have millions and millions of dollars. You allegedly have the man of your dreams. Why are you paying attention to who's liking these passive aggressive posts about you? Like, that part's very Taylor Swift coded. Like, why are you talking about Kayla Nicole in songs? You already won. Like, you got everything and no one's ever going to be able to take it away from you. So, like, there is something to being...
Shut up.
Yeah, there is a little something to being unbothered. And I'm not saying that people need to always take the high road. If someone's coming for you and they're not telling the truth, then you should go out there and you should tell the truth. But also, if someone's trying to pick at you, like, you should notice that. Because I think you might be onto something like that. Maybe Alix Earle's a little bit smarter than we're giving her credit for. And she's just going to keep hammering at her until Alix pops. Because maybe she knows something that we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has an underlying mental illness.
that she can be popped. Like that she might explode, Who knows?
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting too, though, when Sophia drops this book, because what if Alix Earle just stays quiet and waits till Sophia's book comes? Like, I don't know. There is a strategy to it. It's fucked up, right? Because I talk shit on it where I'm like, oh, it's so annoying because everything's fake and it's strategic and it's all business. But at the same time, that's part of what makes it fascinating. Is because someone's going to make a move and then we're going to sit there and be like, oh, that was shitty for business, but man, that's funny, Like,
yeah. Can I ask you guys, as a person who I have no skin in this game, like, who is Alex Cooper's audience made up of? Like, let's just get a basic question out there because I have no idea who would be interested in her.
I've been trying to figure this out for years, Nathan.
Okay.
Well, in her documentary, she had Gayle King come like vouch for her.
Gayle King will do anything.
Gayle King was like the way that Gen Z consumes content is almost like Alex Cooper is Barbara Walters. And so she gets these interviews with the most fascinating people.
That makes my chest hurt.
And we're consuming that kind of in a way that we used to consume Barbara Walters style interviews. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Alex Cooper just says shit like, what's your favorite song that you wrote?
Yeah, I think we need to be very fucking for real with ourselves that when people go on Alex Cooper, for one, she's getting those names because she's the biggest podcast on Spotify. This is all strategic. This is all business. And for two, when these big names come on that podcast, they've already seen those questions. And that's why Alex Cooper's show is what it is because she's willing to do that. She's willing to agree to only talk about certain things. She's willing to play the game to get these names on her show. And it's like, and that's why it's frustrating, right, for people like us, because we're like, you're not getting an authentic show. You're getting a very curated one, which is fine. That's fine. They exist. But don't pretend that Alex Cooper is some kind of like unique investigative journalist who has this gift of getting people to spill the tea when they didn't mean to, because that's not what she does.
Well, let's also not revise history about Barbara Walters, because Gayle King has a very good point. Barbara Walters was known for softball interviews where it was all like gauzy lighting, and it was all about like getting the celebrity to show their vulnerable side and humanize them. But it was all like, it was all softball. There were no hard questions or any like issue that you had to deal with was sort of like massaged during that interview.
Well,
so let's not rewrite history. Barbara Walters is just as much a shill as Alex Cooper.
When Barbara Walters interviewed the Ramseys, it was pretty softball.
Yeah.
I knew you'd remember
that's
that
what she
one.
did. That was what she did.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's not an investigative journalist of any kind.
What about Diane Sawyer?
She was better. She was real.
I like
Yeah.
Diane Sawyer.
Yeah.
She was like,
I was also a kid, I feel
she
like,
was
for both of these people. So I'm like, I feel like my memories
Yeah.
of Barbara Walters are like her being on the news when I'm a kid. So it's like hard for the scope. But I believe you because that's what news media is. Like that's
Yeah.
we're getting a curated version of what they want us to know. I mean, and that's the unfortunate part of it.
It's just a different version of what we were getting. Honestly, it's all
And
history repeating in a way.
But it's like, it's ironic, right? Because I feel like that's why podcasts became so popular is because people wanted to see like a very watered down, natural version. They wanted to hear regular conversations that people were having with regular people. But then it's like the bigger that the podcast gets, the more curated that people seem to want it to become because now they're protecting
and it's like
a different
PR.
Yeah, and then it loses the spark, and it's very interesting.
And a little worse nowadays because there is like, you know, oh, we're authentic. It's fake authenticity. At least back in the day, we weren't like thinking, oh, we're getting like the real nut of this person. It's like we didn't want that, we didn't expect it, but now people do. So it is even more like deceptive. Yeah.
Get that nut and gush.
Yeah.
Be a gusher like Katie. You did it. You said it about yourself.
I said it.
And now you're disgusted by it.
Yeah. Oh,
what
God.
were you going to say, Nathan? Were you going to say something?
Well, no, I was saying, I was thinking that now that we have Gusher Katie, like Katie could have her own catchphrase and she's the Gush Gush 5000. How's that?
I'm gonna make Gush Gush merch as soon as we get off.
I was gonna say Gush Gush.
Yeah.
I already
I
see
think
different
this is
water
your new
splashes
catchphrase.
in my mind
Yeah.
for the shirt.
Yeah. I do think that the podcast interview as the way that we do things now is really like softball. Nothing really gets accomplished. What did you guys think when Alix had Kamala on?
I mean, I didn't listen to it. So
I didn't listen to it either.
I will say I appreciate that she did it because even though Alix Cooper might not be for me, I understand and accept that she does have a massive audience. And I appreciate that she was willing to put Harris in front of them because I do think that there's probably a lot of people of her audience who are either apolitical and not paying attention to anything or probably have very conservative leanings, whether because of how they grew up or because, you know, by choice, that's how they feel.
Yeah.
So even though it wasn't for me and even though I don't think she like revealed anything crazy and I don't know that it necessarily moved the needle, I appreciated it. And I thought that it was important. And I think that I'm grateful to Alix Cooper for at least doing it. I think it was big. And I'm sure that she took a lot of shit for doing it.
Yeah. I'm also grateful that she at least platformed the candidate who was like really, you know, just by nature of what happened, running behind. So yeah, it's like you give her access immediately to this huge audience. I'm sure, knowing Kamala and knowing what I know of Alix Cooper, there was no substantive content there. It was just an introduction to my audience. And then like both of them are, I know Kamala is like, all of her answers to me, and this is what I think was the issue for a lot of people on who would otherwise be democratically inclined, everything is so gauzy with Kamala. And that is a turnoff for me, especially in this political environment. I don't want things to be like, you know, massage or softened. It's like, this is the time we need to get down to brass tacks. We don't need this like soft focus bullshit right now. So, but that's my issue with Kamala, not Alix Cooper.
I think when you're going up against somebody like a Trump that is so unhinged, but then people perceive that as authenticity, then we do need someone who's a little more raw. Like a Mamdani, you know, you need someone who's a little more, not that I think, you know, Kamala Harris is like fake, but you can just tell that there's a whole other side of her that we're not getting at all. And I do think that if she included a little bit of that in her politics, that she would be able to resonate and connect with people a little bit differently.
They purposefully tried to tamp it down. I know this isn't a show about Kamala, but I just wanted to address
I mean,
address
and she was,
that.
It's an impossible. She was, it was an impossible task.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
we acknowledge that. Yeah.
We were expecting her to pull off like a miracle akin to the resurrection of Christ.
Yeah, I mean,
that was not going to happen.
She's a black woman in fucking 2024, Trump, like the way, I mean, it was an impossible task. So, ugh.
Yeah.
Since the recording of this episode, Be Better put out a TikTok about how the feud could have been because of politics.
I deserve a Pulitzer Prize for uncovering the information that I'm about to share with you. Because to get to the bottom of what happened between these two spoiled brats, I interviewed 17 people. So take a seat, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on the entire internet that actually knows the full story of what happened and is also willing to tell you. So by mid-2023, Alix Cooper's $60 million deal with Spotify was coming to a close, and she really wanted to launch the Unwell Network. But let's be honest, at this point in time, the Unwell Network was really nothing more than just Call Her Daddy wearing a trench coat. Since 22-year-old Alix Earle was such a rising star, Alix Cooper was able to sign her and use her name and likeness to convince SiriusXM to give her $125 million. Now, according to my source close to Earle, the contract was structured to heavily favor Unwell, with Alix Earle only receiving $1.2 million a year. Poor thing. I have no idea how she survived on such a small amount of money. So the cracks in their relationship began almost immediately when they sat down for their first podcast together. It was a drunk get ready with me, and Cooper asked Earle some very vulgar, inappropriate questions while they were drinking. And my source tells me that later on, Earle felt that she was taken advantage of and regretted how she came across in that video because she wasn't comfortable answering some of those questions, but felt pressured because Alix Cooper was older than her, was her boss, someone that she looked up to, and also she was drinking, so she was a little bit loose-lipped. Very shortly after, their professional relationship was strained even further after Alix Earle had posted this on her Instagram story following the October 7th attacks. This, of course, caused a lot of controversy for Alix Earle, even resulting in her getting dropped by Gymshark, who she later sued. The political turbulence between the two Alixes came to a scathing breaking point the day that Alix Cooper decided to interview Kamala Harris on October 6th, 2024. The source I spoke to told me that Alix Earle's father, TJ, who at this point in time has taken over as her de facto manager, was completely furious that the network his daughter was contractually tied to was being used as a platform for the Democratic Party. He's a Republican, if you didn't know. Alix Earle herself, being a Trump supporter, is not new information. This is her posting the Trump flag in 2020. This is her hanging out with Ivanka Trump. I mean, these are the Instagram posts. I'm Canadian, and even I can connect the dots. Now, what happened after Kamala Gate is actually extraordinary, because Alix Earle and her father, TJ, heavily pressured Alix Cooper that if she was going to interview Kamala Harris, she had to publicly extend an offer for Donald Trump to appear on Call Her Daddy as well. And my source told me that Cooper deeply regretted even making the Trump offer, feeling that it contradicted everything that she built her brand around. But ultimately, Alix Earle and her dad, TJ, which allegedly it was mostly Alix Earle's dad, threw such a fit that they felt they didn't have a choice in the situation. And this is when the relationship became extremely adversarial. So allegedly, according to my source, after this entire political escapade, Alix Earle's father, TJ, demanded to have a meeting with Alix Cooper's husband, Matt Kaplan, who does a lot of the business dealings of the Unwell Network. The two of them had a meeting in which TJ, who really is the Kris Jenner of Alix Earle, like he's a dadager, if that's a word, I just made that up. He demanded that Alix Earle be let out of the contract because she was underpaid at this point in time from when she was signed to now. She is, getting paid $350,000 a post. For her, it's not worth it to only be paid $1 million a year anymore. And then Matt Kaplan actually said, no, there's 6 months or whatever was left of the contract. She's going to see it through. We are not releasing her. And TJ blew up, and it was allegedly borderline like an actual physical altercation. Alix Earle was furious that the public narrative became she was dropped from Unwell. This is something she's extremely sensitive to and makes her very angry, which is also why she was so upset when Gymshark dropped her. So allegedly, because she felt scorned and embarrassed, she took it upon herself to like shady comments, to post shady videos, and to allude to this deep and dark, separation between her and Cooper, when the reality is what I shared with you, which was, business disagreements. There wasn't really some huge smoking gun where Alix Cooper locked her in the basement and abused her. It just isn't a story that if she were to share it publicly, many people would empathize with.
Did we cover, what do we think is going to happen?
Nothing.
I mean,
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I think they were bored. I think Alix Cooper was bored, and she's like, you know what? I'm kind of fucking bored. I'm going to just throw this at the internet. And that's why Earle hasn't said anything, because she's like, I get it. I get bored too.
You're online this long. I feel like, it's almost like you get this sort of lizard brain instinct for how do I get attention next? Has nothing to do with the actual issue. You're just like, oh, this'll be hot right now. You kind of just feel it in the zeitgeist, and just even before you're thinking about what you're doing it. Because it's just it's a predatory instinct almost. Yeah.
And you gotta get that adrenaline rush.
It's really worked. It's made people go crazy. What's going to happen?
But just talking about it makes me sad. I'm like, this is what we are right now as human.
Yeah.
As
For an
human
hour.
beings.
For an hour, we just talked about the vague fight of the unknown topic of two women that we don't even engage in the content
seriously.
of.
And then after this, I'm going to get some booze, smoke some weed, and just basically do all the things I need to comfort myself because of this. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Not that I wouldn't have done it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, should we say goodbye?
Yeah, let's call it there. We'll call it there until Alix Earle actually deigns to say something.
If she
and then
speaks, we shall have an emergency episode.
We will. We'll have a Fart Energy Wednesday.
A Fart Energy emergency episode. I don't care if it's 4:00 in the morning.
Press conference time.
We're going to get up.
Where we will wait.
Get out of bed.
And rise for the news.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're serious journalists.
Tawny, tell everyone where they can find you. I think you've been taking down a lot of shitty people on your Instagram lately, right?
I've been talking a lot of shit lately about men that I don't like, and I've been focusing too on the IBLP, which is the creepy Christian organization that the Duggars are a part of.
Oh, I gotta send you something.
Yeah, please do it. I love that shit. Love a cult. Don't want to be in one, but very fascinated by the people who are. But yeah, you can find me at Keep Oversharing on Instagram. Right now, just talking shit about Dave Portnoy, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. Piece of shit. Oh, yours is the one I saw about Dave Portnoy.
Probably.
Yeah. I was like, oh, he's an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. I had posted about him the other day anyway. I posted about him this dude has time to get online and talk about women, but he can't fucking put moisturizer on his face.
He looks
so
awful.
Dusty and crusty.
God.
And it pisses me off with especially men like this. Cause I've talked about this before, growing up as a fat woman, you see the way men are and the way that they critique women and what the expectations are of them. And for a man like that, who looks like that and speaks about women the way that he does, cause I know the things that he would say about me, but I have a skincare routine. Do you know what I mean? My nose is not flaking off of my body.
He gets to look like a crusty butt crack, and you have to we all have to put all this effort forth.
But if I go outside in pajamas, then I'm a sloppy whore. Do you know what I mean? So it's no, fuck that. No, I'm not. No, I can't stand them.
Yeah.
Well, it's all the same. It's we don't really shit on West in the Amanda Batula thing. Everyone online yesterday saw them at the baseball game and were like, you can tell he fucking hates her.
Oh my God.
You can tell that she said, you need to look like you like me. And he rolled his eyes because she's such a nag. And it's what?
I love how they create this storyline based on the tiniest crumbs. It's my favorite thing. It's also awful, but it's my favorite.
And it's wild how quickly women get there, right? It's we are uplift women until a woman harms another woman. And then it's destroy her, kill her. I don't get it. And listen, even during the Scandival, when it came to the Ariana, I didn't love the way she spoke to Raquel. I was that is so over the top. And the way people are coming for Amanda too. I'm like, I get that people are pissed, but and that's the other thing I'll say about Dave Portnoy, because people are acting like he gives a shit about any of this. If Dave Portnoy gave a shit, he'd be uplifting Sierra, because Dave Portnoy has a massive platform. He has access to all these different companies. So if he gave a shit and this was really about like uplifting good people and like putting this out, you know what I mean? Like he'd be talking about how beautiful Sierra is and the kind of opportunities that she could have, but he's not, because he's a racist asshole and he's shitting on Amanda. You know, like he's not uplifting West is the only person in this he's neutral about. Imagine that. Like, imagine that. Ugh.
I hate everybody. Everybody have a good week.
We hate you all. Have a good week.
Yeah.
We love you. We hate everyone else. Goodbye.
Exactly.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Feed all I see is bullshit, fake news, clickbait. Gotta sift through all of it. Like share, retweet, trying to keep up with the trends, but it's all just a facade, man. It's all pretend. Online bullshit, that's all it is. You say you're living large, but I know it's just a myth. Online bullshit, can't you see? We're all caught up.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.